Hey, what's up, guys? This is Cree. Thanks for coming to my channel. Today, what we're going to be talking about is business lines of credit. So today, I want to share with you a business line of credit card that I use that is really nice because it has no interest offer usually for the first 12 months. And what that comes with is access to liquidity. And if you're familiar with different forms of accounting, there's cash and then there's accrual accounting. Using a line of credit will do accrual accounting. So what that is basically you accrue debts and then you pay them off. And as long as you're paying them off or servicing them every single month, then you're not going to be paying any interest. Now, the nice thing about 0% lines of credit is that once you're approved, you now have access to that liquidity and you pretty much don't have to pay interest, period. So you can carry a $10,000 to $15,000 balance for a whole year and not pay any interest on that money. Now, the nice thing about that is it gives you access to money you don't have, right? So if you're just starting out your business, you can go get an SBA loan, you can go borrow money from friends, you can go grind and hustle to save up some capital, but then you're kind of limited to what you can start. So what we did was we actually used a business line of credit to go out and we used a business line of credit to go out and fund our first short-term rental, furnished housing, and purchase all of the furniture on that line of credit. We had that money paid back within about a year, and that allowed us to roll it into the next property and the next property and so on and so forth, and effectively replace our income. So business lines of credit are a great tool if you know how to use them and you understand that you're using them for a business acquisition, you're using it to grow your business. You're not using it for personal liabilities, like buying a set of headphones that you're not going to use for the business, right? Or buying a new computer or a flat screen TV or something like that. If you're buying it for the business, that's one thing, but if you're buying it for personal consumption, then you definitely don't want to use a business line of credit. Another thing that's really interesting that most people don't know is that you can actually use a line of credit to pay off a loan. And we teach this concept, it's called velocity banking. A lot of people call it sweep strategy, or there's a few other terms for it, but essentially you're taking a different debt instrument like a loan, which is a fixed asset, fixed liability that you have to pay back before you can access it again. So you're borrowing the money once, you have to pay back the full balance, and then you can borrow the money again. Versus a line of credit, which is you are basically getting access to this borrowed money, but you can spend it and pay it back as you freely choose. As you spend it, the money comes back, right? So you can basically recharge your spending threshold. So that's why we like lines of credit versus loans, because yes, you might pay a little bit more interest, but in the short term, if you're trying to use it to grow a business, usually lines of credit are better than loans. So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about this particular line of credit and why we like it and why I particularly like Amex, American Express. So let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so the card that I'm looking at right now, all right, so the card that we're currently using for our business and to grow our business is this American Express Blue Plus card. And the cool thing about American Express is, I don't know if you knew this or not, but most people don't know that once you're approved for one line of credit with American Express, they actually approve you without doing a credit check for every other card that they have. So we got started with the American Express Amazon Rewards business card, and then we got into the American Express Blue card and didn't actually have a hard credit pull because we had that American Express Black Amazon business card. So we used that to furnish a property. We used this to actually replace an HVAC system and got the 15,000 member rewards bonus points because we spent around $7,000. And then that was paid back. Is actually another owner's property that we used our line of credit to buy the HVAC system. Then he paid us back in 2 months. And so we got the bonus points and it didn't cost him any interest. So I'm a nice guy, right? So I should have probably charged him interest, but I didn't. And that's because I had 0% introductory offer for 12 months. And after that, variable rate of 16 to 24%. Just depends on your credit worthiness, I guess, for your business. But the nice thing is that if you're starting out with a small business, you can apply for a business card like this, a line of credit like this, and get your business going. You can also apply for like Chase cards. Those are also pretty good, but you will probably have to use your personal credit. If you want to do like a business line of credit without doing a personal guarantee, then you need to look at, there's some other credit people on YouTube that talk about how to go about doing that. I haven't started getting into that yet because I didn't really start there. So I'm like, why should I teach people how to do that? Because I didn't do it. So I'm not gonna recommend how to go about doing that because I don't really know how to do it. All I can tell you is how I do things and how I've done it. And what we did was we actually funded our business with a personal credit card, and that's not really what I recommend. But then once we got the business going, then we had business history, and we applied for I'm not gonna recommend how to go about doing that because I don't really know how to do it. All I can tell you is how I do things and how I've done it. And what we did was we actually funded our business with a personal credit card, and that's not really what I recommend. But then once we got the business going, then we had business history, and we applied for a American Express Black with a personal guarantee, got approved, and then applied for the Blue card and got approved for that too. So I recommend this card because it's nice. You get 0% for 12 months. You can use that for growing your business. Just make sure you pay it off before the end of the period. And the other thing that's nice is that they do have some travel benefits as well. Most cards have like trip protection and stuff like that. One thing that was nice about this card that I used on my last trip was I didn't have to use it, I should say. It comes with travel damage insurance. So if you rent a car, it actually covers up to $50,000 of damage to the car, in addition to the state minimum liability that's usually provided by your personal insurance, right? So if you have personal insurance, it covers like minimum liability, usually $30,000 or something like that. If you have more than that, great. This will actually come in and play damage repair if you don't have enough coverage. So let's say you damage a car that's worth $150,000 and you only have $100,000 coverage. Well, this provides an additional $50,000 of coverage. So if you rented a car, say from Turo, a Tesla, and your personal insurance didn't cover the repairs, well, you can go over here and actually get the rest of the coverage provided by this line of credit. So as long as you rent the car with this business line of credit. Global assistance hotline, it's just somebody on the phone 24/7. Extended warranty, purchase protection. This is all the same standard stuff, but they do offer, if you buy something with this card and something's wrong with it, if it's stolen or accidentally damaged, then you can get coverage up to $1,000. So like where this would be really helpful is if you're using an iPhone for business and your iPhone gets stolen, well, you get $1,000 in coverage, right? Amex offers, this is really just like promotions and stuff, dispute resolution, relationship care. It's just like, standard phone support. But you have several other business cards. And the reason I like Amex again is you can get one business card and then get approved for the other business cards. So it's pretty cool stuff like Marriott Bonvoy. I'm definitely going to be signing up for that soon. Delta Sky Miles, there's a significant fee, but if you're spending, $10,000 to $50,000 a year on this, you're going to get these bonus points. And then afterwards, you can always downgrade. So you don't have to keep the card, but you're getting 3x miles on purchases and stuff, which Delta is pretty cool because like 20,000 points is like flying from Texas to the East Coast. So you get 20,000 points. That's, what's that? $4,000 or $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, something like that. You spend $7,000 just on normal purchases, you're going to be getting 20,000 points. So you can get a free flight, to most places in the country. So, there's a whole bunch of other cards on here, but you get the point. Like once you get approved for one, you'll pretty much get approved for, the other ones. And, you can also apply for this Lowe's Business Rewards card if you're going to be doing like fix and flips or rehab properties or do anything with like paint and carpets or just even refreshing your properties, then definitely look at getting the Lowe's Business card. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I would definitely recommend this card. I don't recommend anything I don't personally use. And the reason why is because I'm not just like some guy out there on the internet trying to scam people. I personally would use this card. I do personally have this card. It says my name right there on, right? So yeah, get it. There's a link down below. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I'll be sharing more stuff that we use to help grow our business, and if it helps you guys, awesome. If you have any comments or feedback, feel free to email me. My email should be somewhere in my description. Or if you go to my profile on YouTube, then you can click on contact me. It should have my email on there. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.